Friend expects me to fix her toxic marriage issues like I did with my husband, but I can't listen to her complain anymore. My friend, let's call her Sarah, has always had a lot of relationship issues with her, now, husband. When they were still dating they were on and off, and after 10 years she gave him an ultimatum: propose or it's over. He gave her, what I think is, a shut-up ring, and they have been married for 2 years now. Me and my husband also had a long dating period, but we decided on getting married after a year. We just didn't have the money. Weddings are super expensive when you have a big family. So we worked hard, bought a house, and only after we had some extra money we had a very small ceremony. Overall we dated for 8 years and got married on our 10-year anniversary. Because of that, Sarah believes our situation is the same, aka the shut-up ring, so she comes to me with all of her relationship issues thinking I have some magic solution to all of them. Let me give you examples. Her husband never cleans, literally throws trash on the floor for her to pick up. Mine not only cleans after himself but in general does what he sees needs to be done. Hers hides his phone, comments on Insta pics of hot women, in general acts suspicious. Mine doesn't. We have each other's passwords, etc. Hers says weekends are for the boys. He is literally 40, what boys? Mine likes spending time with me. Hers is extremely critical, mine very affectionate in general. I wouldn't say too much BC, it is her life to do as she pleases, but she makes it my problem. She keeps asking, how did you make your husband cook? How did you force your husband to spend time with you? And the one that made me break my silence recently, how did you convince your husband to be nice? Mine is so critical and I can't convince him to change. How did you get yours to accept your weight gain? I think what broke me is the assumption that my husband is mean naturally and he needed me changing him to be kin. So I finally straight up told her she will never have as happy a marriage with him as I have with my love. Specifically because she married someone who doesn't even like her, much less love her. I told her she can't change trash into gold by force, and to have a marriage like mine she needs a husband like mine. I also said she is naive and dumb if she thinks her husband will change because he doesn't care about her enough to even change his underwear every day. Yeah, that is also a problem. And that if at this point she stays, then her unhappiness is her own damn fault. Obviously, she got angry. There is a reason I didn't tell her that before. She always assumed our situations were the same and was blind to how different our partners were. I tried to warn her after he proposed without a ring and told her to buy it herself since he can't read her mind and know what she likes, but that led to a fight and her asking me to keep my opinions to myself. Even our mutual friends think I am cruel because she is just desperate and at the end of her rope. I told them that if that is true then she needs to cut the rope that holds him. I can't listen to her complain about the same thing anymore, but they told me I am a bad friend to her because we need to support her and maybe one day she will leave him. But I can't keep my mouth shut when she keeps assuming my partner is the same as hers, but I somehow magically changed his entire personality. He deserves more credit than that, and hers honestly shouldn't even be in the same category, emo. And honestly, how long can a person listen to the same issues over and over again, and still give support after that many years of negativity? So, Ada? Edit, only because so many people assumed that I never said anything, and it was literally the first time I ever spoke to her about her relationship being toxic. 1. I said in this post that I did say something, but she directly told me to not give her more advice, but I will attach my reply to a different comment. Info, have you at any point before the confrontation explained to your friend that her relationship was toxic and her partner treated her poorly or encouraged her to leave? My reply, so many times. First when they started dating and she had to pay for everything to prove she isn't a gold digger. Then repeatedly for 2 years until she straight up told me that she doesn't want to hear anything about breaking up with him or deserving better because she decides what she deserves. Me and him dislike each other, so our friendship suffered a lot, and nowadays I don't even see her unless they are fighting, and even then only so she can vent about men. She keeps saying men do this and I just shrug, saying I can't relate. I think I bit my tongue for so long I exploded, and the more I think about it the more guilty I feel. BC, she must be brainwashed to think her relationship is normal. But I was so angry because she also said my husband is whipped because he did the laundry while we were drinking coffee. He did it instead of me so we could have some girl time without him. I used to plead with her to leave him, said she deserves better, recommended her therapy, couples counseling at least. But all she wants is to complain and for me to say yes. That's how all husbands are. This is just the way marriage is. Skeptical, but I changed my trash man with this easy trick that you can do, too. This post indirectly is about more than just this instance. We have more than 15 years of history and most of it she was with him. Some of you really opened my eyes asking if I even like her. I used to, before him. I don't anymore. I will need to have a deep convo with her, ending this friendship. I can't help her and she doesn't want to be helped. But I can't keep listening about her marriage, and I asked her multiple times to stop talking about him, but she still does because and we are in the same boat. 3. I guess I am still angry because I am offended on my husband's behalf. I think I'll go insane if she asks me again, how do you get your husband to babysit your kids? While simultaneously telling me she doesn't even want my advice. Okay, I am very angry still. I can't give advice because it's her life, but she asks me how I trained my husband every time she visits. There are more things I haven't included because it is already long and we know each other for a long time. I don't know if I am an ass, but I think I need to be right now. I can't be supportive, I'm all out of empathy for her.